रामकृष्ण.
कृष्ण.
ओके.
वर्स नंबर.
90. 90.
काय करूया,
हं.
की जेव्हा चालू राहतं ना,
हो.
तेव्हा आपण ऑडिओ बंद करू.
ओके.
आणि
हं.
तेव्हा सुरू 5 मिनिटं अगोदर हे करूया. त्याचं म्हणणं असतं की
हो, हो. नो.
रेकॉर्डिंग होत नाही, असं त्या रामचं म्हणणं आहे. बरं
काय होत
बरोबर.
नाही?
ते होत नाही ते.
काय काय प्रॉब्लेम?
तसं काहीतरी टेक्निकल प्रॉब्लेम असेल रामचा.
ओके.
तर
ओके, ओके. नो प्रॉब्लेम. ठीक आहे.
5 मिनिटं आपण लवकर हे करून मग डिस्कशन करण्यासाठी करू पुन्हा.
हो, हो. नो प्रॉब्लेम. ओके.
व्हिडिओ बंद ठेवा मग थोडा तुमचा. काही फरक होतो का बघू, नाही तर मग पुन्हा सुरू करू तसं. हो. ओम सपना सह वीर्यं कर्वं तेजस्विनाधीतमस्तु मा शान्ति. ओम शांति शांति शांति. उत्पन्नेऽपि आत्मविज्ञाने प्रारब्धं नैव मुञ्चति इति यत् श्रूयते शास्त्रे तन्निराक्रियते धुना. From today onward, we are again discussing on an important point, which is Shankaracharya ji elaborately pointed out in Aparokshanubhuti, that is Prarabdha. Prarabdha This concept is very, very important in Advaita Vedanta philosophy. So many philosophers accepts prarabdha in the life of learned person. But many philosophers do not agree with this concept. And they give different clarification about their statements. It means there are two groups of thinkers on one important issue, that is prarabdha. One group accept the existence of prarabdha after the realization, and second group does not accept the existence of the prarabdha after realization. We are focusing our attention with reference of second group of thinkers. Shankaracharya clearly explains that after the realization, prarabdha does not exist in the life of realized master. Therefore, he says, no, there is no prarabdha. But let us think directly with words of Acharya. What he says, Atma Vijnane api prarabdham na eva munchati iti yat श्रूयते शास्त्रे तत् निराक्रियते अधुना. आत्मविज्ञाने उत्पन्ने उत्पन्ने आत्मविज्ञाने, when direct experience of the self takes place, the direct experience is arised in the life of realized master. Atma Atma means self. Vijnane means direct experience. There are two words we are listening again and again in Advaita philosophy. These words are jnana and vijnana. Sometimes we may confused what is the difference between the jnana and vijnana. When we heard the declaration of scriptures from the Guru, we listen from him and repeatedly teacher tells us world is false and self is real. This type of repetition we used to listen this sentence many times, and therefore knowingly or unknowingly we started to use these two terms in philosophy. But by listening from the Guru, reading from the scriptures, when we repeat the word world is false and self is real, this type of sentence for us it is a jnana, only jnana. But when we experience the meaning of this sentence, when the meaning of this sentence become meaningful in our own life, and really we feel that yes, this body and related this body, all the things and beings are unreal. But behind the body, there is a something, and that something is me. That me means self, and that self is real, eternal, permanent. So, direct experience of the scriptures. Yes, for me, world is unreal. All things and beings of the objects are just appearance for me. I do not give any reality to them. They may exist, they may appear. What's matter? We see the mirage water through our eyes, but we do not give the reality to it. We see the mirage water on the surface of the ground, but we do not attract at them. Mirage water cannot catch our attention towards them because we see it, but we do not give reality to it. In the same way, we may live in waking state, we may live in other states, but we have a deeply conviction that I am not the body, I am the self. And self has no beginning, self has no end, and so I am beginningless and endless. I am birthless and deathless. Birth and death are related to the body, not related to the self. And I am the self. This type of knowledge, when comes in our life with, with real sense, that is called Vijnana. In simple word, indirect knowledge is the Jnana, and direct knowledge is Vijnana, direct experience. So Shruti says that Utpanne Atma Vijnane, even after self-realization, prarabdham naiva munchati, na eva munchati. Prarabdha does not disappear. Prarabdha always with that person, one who got the knowledge of the self. After the realization, even after the realization, knowledge, the prarabdha will not leave that person. Na munchati. Or prarabdha does not go away. Prarabdham naiva munchati. When atma vijnane utpanne api, even though the direct knowledge is born in the person who now we can't say it is enlightened person, even though he has to face prarabdha. Prarabdham naiva munchati. Why do you again and again insist prarabdha? Because iti shastre shruyate. Because this type of statement we listen from the scriptures many ways, many times from many scholars. So Shastra iti Shastre Sruyati. Not only Shastra, but many ordinary person also sees the prarabdha in wise person. And different type of prarabdha we see in wise person. Bhagavan Sri Krishna is the embodiment of consciousness, even though he has a different type of prarabdha. He born in one place, he went in another place, he lived with different types of group. Again, he came in the kingdom of uh, Pandavas, Hastinapur. Even though after the war, he again went in another kingdom. He started Dwaraka. He started Dwaraka. So he went different places. He has different, many wives, many childrens, many sons, and their activities. What it shows, he is the realized his own true nature, even though he he has to go through many ups and downs of the life. It means he has a prarabdha. We see the life of Lord Rama. He's supposed to sit on throne next day, but Prarabdha does not allow him to see in the kingdom as a king. Prarabdha sent him in the forest 14 years, and he wandered here and there. We see the separation between Rama and the Sita, and how he was lamenting for her. He was just calling here and there. He was asking trees and different type of planets. Oh, tree, did you see my dear Sita? So, what it shows? It shows that it has prarabdha. And from where prarabdha has come? What person did in previous life or previous part of life or previous birth, and the action did not give the result that time, that, that some part of the action remains unexperienced, unexperienced part remain, and that is called the prarabdha. And prarabdha will not leave you till you have not gone through its experience. So whatever comes in our life, separation or again union, because of prarabdha. Sanyoga viyoga happens in our life because of prarabdha. Honor and dishonored comes in our life because of prarabdha. Gains and lost comes in our life because of prarabdha. We see the prarabdha of Narada. He was playing the veena and going here and there and not remaining one place. What it shows? It shows that each one has different prarabdha, and they have to face it, they have to experience it. And Shruti and Shastras also says that after the direct experience of the self, what happens? The Sanchit karma get burned, and agami karmas will not arise because of direct experience of the self. It means two karmas. Sanchit karmas are burnt, agami karma will not arise, and whatever prarabdha, we have to experience it through different type of bhoga, different type of experiences. These types of statements we listen from the scriptures. So, iti yat shruyate shastre. This type of statement we listen from the shastra. Okay. But Shankaracharya says that tat nirakriyate adhuna. That philosophy, that statement, that concept is being refuted now. We are not accepting this principle in this discussion. So Shankaracharya, nirakriyate. Nirakriyate, it is negated, refused. He said that I am going to neglect this point. I am going to refute this point. I am going to reject this point. We are not ready to accept that after the knowledge, prarabdha is existing. No, prarabdha will not exist. So, utpanne api atma vijnane prarabdham naiva munchati iti yat shruyate shastre tan nirakruyate atma. So, whatever scripture says, but we do not understand its intention. Why does Shastra say in this way? But Adhuna, Shankaracharya says that no, I'm not ready to accept it. Okay, we will ask, why do you not accept this point? He says that Tattvajnanodayat urdhvam prarabdham naiva vidyate dhyadinam देहादीनाम सत्यत्वात् यथा स्वप्नो विबोधतः. Yes, we will discuss some point and then we'll have a time to discussion. Jnana udayat, when knowledge arise in our life, the dawn of knowledge of the truth, the direct experience of the self come in our life, then urdhvam prarabdha na eva vidyate. Prarabdha does not exist after the self realization. Why? देहादीनाम असत्यत्वात् यथा स्वप्न विबोधता. As long as you are in dream so long, dream, dream world, and activities of dream world are real. But moment you wake up from the dream and come in the waking state, and from the waking state, from the standpoint of the waking state, you will see all dream world and its activities are false. All the bodies and all the activities of the body in the dream world are unreal. Then they are false. Therefore, yes, I am accepting as long as you are in dream so long, all are real. But moment you woke up from the dream, then everything is false for you. In the same way, as long as in you are in ignorant state, so long everything is real. But when you are in waking state of realization, then you think yourself as a self. And self has no birth, no death, no pain and no sorrow, no separation, no union, no like, no dislike. It is real. Then how can you say that there is a prarabdha even after the knowledge? No, Shankaracharya says that. I am not ready to accept it. This is the theme. And this theme is going to in next few slokas. But here we stop here and we will give time to discussion with you. Different prarabdha. Krishna has a different prarabdha. Vasishtha has different prarabdhas. And he was just wandering here and there, lamenting different ways. How do we explain this these activities?
See,
Narada was just doing the vinas, wandering here and there, telling something else to something else.
yes, yes, yes. For that case, uh, it might be understood that uh, when we think in that case, we have to think along with that supreme reality and along with that body. If we uh, think in that case, means what uh, we are giving we are thinking about bodies, we are thinking about all conditions, all situations, but along with that we have to focus on the supreme reality, that is self. So who is Rama, who is self, is there any difference? Means what? If we think Rama is there, then we have to think automatically, we have to think that that particular situation, that particular body, that particular surrounding, that particular time. So self is everywhere. Self is what we can say, that timeless. Whatever it was there, the same entity it is now. So when we neglect all these things, irrespective of that self, then this is corrected one, because self is true. And as you said that self, it has not beginning, it is not an ending entity, and self is uh, what is said, that is a continuous, ever continuous thing. That is why, irrespective to giving too much focus on the body, time, so all these are the secondary things. Actually, we are listening, we are reading the Ramayana and whatever the Mahabharata is there, for the sake of uh, understanding the knowledge. Primarily, it is very essential. But after knowing that philosophy, after knowing the Tattvajnana, after getting up the Tattvajnana, so whatever the things which we have studied from the Ramayana and Mahabharata, it will automatically left behind, I think.
But as in front of us, there is a very big opponent, and they accept, yes, there is a prarabdha. Because through our senses, through our day-to-day experiences, we see many people are just crying, weeping. You go in the hospital and we see that many times, many types of sorrows are there. Just some people are very eager to what will happen, sir, what will happen next day. They are ready to give many monies to doctor, please save us. We
In this
see.
case, in this case, everything is focusing on their bodies. Everything is focusing on their current situation, current time. They focus on future, they focus on past, they focus on. It means they are not focusing on the self. That is why they want to invest the money on their body, on their time, on their future creation. You know, that is why they are, actually they don't know. That is why they are, knowledge means what? It's a transaction of words. This is knowledge. But when we realize that, in that case, we should have to ignore the all these things. See, uh, if you know the knowledge, if you know the self experience, then why we should have to think about the body and time and all situations?
But how do we
What do you say?
explain this important theme? The
Hmm.
people, those are living on the ground level, they don't know anything. And we have to explain this very highly philosophical point. Do you think will they listen this point? You will say that take your philosophy
Yeah, yeah.
along with and go from here because we are facing jobless person searching a job very eagerly, and you say that no, 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 no job, no everything. I think anything, all this is false. Do you think they will listen you?
No, no.
If they are not listening, then how can we convince him? And you say that suppose you are a student, no worry about study, everything happens automatically, no prarabdha.
So
Just
this is also kind of study, uh, to know the realization, to know the self realization, or to know the self. That is also kind of study, and for this study, nothing is required, but proper student and proper guru is required for that. And when they searching such type of guru, and uh, initially we should have to accept the prarabdha, because without prarabdha everything is not matched according to Mahabharata and Ramayana. So initially we have to accept that, but once we know self, then how, after knowing everything, if you are indulging in that prarabdha and all activities, what is the use of the means what? After waking up, no, 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 I should have to remember whatever I saw, I seen in my dream state. So I think it is a mad, it is a madness. So before that, see, for the dream we should have to sleep. Sleeping condition is required for that. So after waking up, whatever the dream we saw, that is automatically neglected. No one is giving too much importance to that. So beginningly, in the beginning state, we have to accept that prarabdha is there, but after knowing self realization, we should not. This is the conclusion.
it means whatever activity we see and whatever explanation we give, all this part is another part. And what we are giving the explanation, this is the another world part. We are Vedanta also accept the prarabdha. When? As long as you are remaining in particular state, so
Hmm.
long in that state, all activities are real for them, for everyone. But
Hmm.
moment you go next state,
Hmm.
then from the standpoint of the next state, and you look back, then we will see that no, 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 no. I was thinking it was real. But from the standpoint, from the waking state, now I saw my marriage took place. I have many children. I have so many properties. And when he woke up, that time he was looking himself, he was lying on the footpath. and begging the money. Then which is real? Beggar is real, or king and all his activities are real? Oh, I was a king. I
Depending
was,
on the state of mind
yeah,
in
yeah.
the dreams.
Means dream world is another and waking world is another. We are in waking world and talking about the dream from the standpoint of the waking world. Dream world is false. But when you are in dream, that time dream world is real for you. In the
Yes.
same way, what your shastras and gurus and the scripture give the explanation of the prarabdha is the dream world, that is called
Mm.
avidya world, ignorance world. And what is Shankaracharya is going to explaining now? This is the uh, waking world, waking of the realization world.